Hi everybody, good morning. Which room? Hackback. I didn't have time for the weekend to do the video. Do it quickly now. There's 3 machines here. Let's start with the first one. The idea is they give you a Windows machine. They said it's a bit slow, so basically it's like a friend and then you're trying to investigate the machine. They said you there's a suspicious file and then you're looking for username, type of email and the password, which we'll use it later on in the second machine. Now of course when it's Windows like that, I always let me see, where is that what's this, forgot. Oh, this one we need it later. Hold on, this is later for the other room. Okay, I usually like use X3 RDP so you can copy and paste without problem, so I connect straight with this, so in case you want. Now let's connect to the machine. Okay, that's RDP. We'll go inside the Windows. I like this one's better, so we copy and paste without issue. Of course, when I start this machine, first of all, I thought it's some kind of malware. So because they said system is slow and all of that, so I got task manager and I got task scheduler, all of them, and even I got the edit registry. So to use that type of keys, remember when you go when malware do run keys and all of that, so there was a dead end and then you say task manager because I think they said performance should suffer, so I thought maybe they're talking about some kind of something, but when you look for it, it's not really what you think, so it's not there, so it's a dead end too. Of course, when you see give you IDA and they give you what's this one, the x64, and then they give you the TCP viewer, so we can start these things now, we need them, and they give you also the process monitor, procmon, so you can think that almost certain there is a binary we're looking for. Now as usual when you are in a machine like that, okay, run that, you start with this what who's this, this is the TCP viewer, leave it there. Run, leave it for now, I need it later. TCP viewer, if you go there, let's see if we can add font to quickly make it a little bit bigger. Let's say let's make it 14. So if you look for anything that make this thing slow, if you think it's this is before we do anything, so we have, this is me, I think that's me. What's my IP for the 144? That's me. No, sorry, 1100 144, that's me. This is me, so this is my RDB connection, so the 3389, this is there's nothing really, I don't know what is that. Any case, there's nothing really fancy here, so let's get this is we want it later on, we can just play with it. Now as I said, you go to this, of course you look to the user, first thing you look, what is this? That's the first thing you come to your head. This thing's not supposed to be in Windows, or at least you think maybe used file. It's a simple server, so there's nothing detail category, you can see nothing there. If I go now, I go to users, of course there's one user again, I see it somewhere here, and then there's a bash. Bash, if you go to the bash, interesting, start administrator this. So the question, because they said a binary or something, you expect this one is the suspect, because if you go to document, there's nothing there. Download, nothing. Of course, you can go to, but your best bet is to do this thing. So if the first thing you do is, we are in VM, so we are safe to run it. So I can just say, okay, what happened? Oh, waiting for incoming connection. I go there, and then if I look there, I see there is listening in 1337. He's waiting for a connection. Now I need to talk to him. Let's be a little bit slow and let's say yes. Why not? It is listening in all connection in port. Where is it? Is listening all connection in port 337. You know, this is how I started. I just play with it. I just okay, local host 1337, and then I went there and said, hey, incoming connection chromium, and then unknown command. So you can think he's looking for command here, but we are not talking about with him with the what command is trying to do, to send. If I cancel this one will go ballistic. So we can think maybe we can talk to him from the browser, or let's try funny things. Before we go more fancier. How about, I don't know, it's a Windows machine. I don't know what to say. Command. What's a Windows machine commands? I know because let's play something. Not really, but let's play. It's still a known command. Let's just shut down this for now. What I did? I cancelled the whole thing. Sorry. I'm supposed to just close the Chrome. Close Chrome. So now we know this one do commands. So now because we know, and we know it's was listening in 177, now we can say, we go back to our proc mode and say, okay, I want to trace this process. Process, where's process name? I can't see. Result process name, let's say contain, in case name change. It has simple server. I can just say add, include it, apply, and press OK. So if I go back there and say, okay, simple server start incoming connection, what exactly this thing do? Of course, now we have a lot of things. So the connection doesn't show because we are not talking to him. Because if I switch everything off, just the network is not. You need to talk to him before we see the network. The file you can see is running user administrator DL in what's this file? You see the create a file under the administrator, really name not found. Okay, so and then he has the system, and then if you go to what's this, the registry, this is most Windows stuff. So yeah, WinSock. So he's using SOC, so it has something about internet stuff. So we fine with that. So we just keep the network for later on. So let's now we know how we talk about to him now. We can use PowerShell. I got from what's his name? Not ChatGPT, is the other one. Claude AI. It just taught me this simple script. I know this, but as you said, if you think this one, it connect to 137 and send command test. For now, we don't know what command these things accept. So we can just so you can see is connection accepted. Now I press enter now. So if I said test, because I'm just saying test, it said not real flag, just the trolling command test. Okay, so if I run it again, and let's say for example if you give him, let's say, what Windows command we can think about, who am I, to see if this thing just accept any command. He doesn't. He said a no command. So we're stuck here because we don't know what list of command that he will react to it. And now we need to go to our friends. Where are our friends? Let's start with IDA. Or how they spell it, IDA. Now if you start IDA, you start, okay, new project. You can, the local or the one administrator. Watch what happened IDA. Well, he said something interesting here now. He said he's looking for a file user. We don't have a user, we only have administrator. So this put a note on it. We don't have this file, so we just need to say no, let it IDA do his job. Then IDA give you like IDA view when we have the hex and you have a local type, the import and all of that. Then what's good, IDA gives you this map of things. Of course, now when you look here, what you can think what waiting for command coming connection, interesting. So we have these things, connection accepted, so you can say, because I think a red and green, one jump and one call functions. That's the error flags. Receive a command and then it go back to this. Of course, receive failed error. And this is not like the full things, because if you want to follow, after you receive the command, you call 1980, and then 980, where it go, received command, call, then when it go to call function 15, and then we have our email, our function, then check one by one. You see the test we did now, test, it goes there, then we have one called email. So now we can play because we know what function, the commands, now we can see them, so we can test the email one. Remember, one of the question for us, it's a username, email and password, so maybe we are run track, so we can go start that thing, go to my PowerShell. He failed with error. He said error, so he's accepting the command, but he's not really dealing with it for whatever reason. So now the question is why. Before we jump, we have also a function called decrypt. Email is interesting because we're looking for the email, so decrypt. So what decrypt give me? If we go back to the machine and start that thing and say, how decrypt give me funny stuff. It said random whatever thing. If I copy, but if I go to CPS, it doesn't say me anything. What is these things? Is base 64 is not base 64, so I don't know what is this. It's like just a random number, or this one I couldn't figure it out, to be honest. I don't know why error command decrypt, but they give you the hash. Okay, if you continue with IDA also tell you there is a get command, so you think what exactly get will give me. Most of these commands later on, they don't give you anything, they just give you errors, so it's a dead end for whatever reason. I'm not sure if that's the part of the room or I'm not understanding it. So see, error command get number 5, I don't know, or maybe get need to have something else on it. You go back to IDA is, you can see this couple, this delay, this wait, and this the kill. I don't want to do kill now, it means just shut down compute. And then all of them, where is that the one that give us and this is the get, the decrypt one. You see decrypt, it call move test, no, this is decrypt. what's that red line to jump to where 2163. Let's go back there. Oh, this, no, look, I don't want to waste it. There's too much things happening here, but for example, one thing when you are in these things, before we jump too much, to do what's no shift F12 to get the strings, and then the string you can see we got our comment test info. Let's say info is interesting, the one info. If I go to info, look what info do. Give me back start that one. If I put info, look what info do. Looking for a user which we don't have, so we can net user create this user called user edit, and let's make a directory for that C user, and then his name is user. So let's close this, open it again, and let's run the command again. Now he said that comment info. Let's see what exactly he gave us there. So if I go back to users, the user there, I found the info created. Just give me that. So there's no password, nothing. So this is just information. So cool. We'll go back to where we are. So it's a dead end. But the interesting part in this, when either come here, it gives you this. You see, this is the net user info text. Then the flag we got for test, not they're just trolling. Then we have this. Remember, we're looking for username, password. Look, for example, this and this. They look the same. FJL, the end of this is this, so it can give you idea. This, if you're looking for email, this will be the domain, this is the user, the first part, and this is the at us, but this one is encrypted or encoded. So if we can trace this where they came from, we can find the decoding mechanism for them. We can guess this is what we're looking for. Now if I go now there, where is this came from? In IDA, it tell me this is function at 170. So if I go to it, look what I found, the three of them. It takes that one, and then the call function 1640. This one also call 1640, and then through it to 12C0. This one, which I can guess is the password, go to 12C0. So 12C0 and 1640 are very important function here. So let's go to 1640. Sorry. The 1640, how we can zoom in this thing? How to zoom here? Strings, the code, option font. Let's make it 14, not too big. Apply. Okay. So let's see if you look at the 1640, what is the do it? Okay, this the stack move whatever, because what we're testing is there in a type of encryption encoding. If you follow the line of jump here in to 1675 here, so after whatever you do in there, you come here again, do some things. We're looking for any part where it says that's the interesting part. EX, we have XOR, and we have 5. So it would tell me, and then go back to 1680, and then there. So somehow, somewhere, this function, when it get called 1640, it do an XOR EX5. 5 it mean hex 0x5. So now the question is, so what that give us? So if I take, for example, copy and assume it's an XOR, so if I come back to here and just accept that the first one, we assume is the domain name, and if we say it's an XOR, and it's 5, so it's with hexes, so we add that for x5. Then we have the domain, which is very bare, so it gives you an idea. So we're talking about an X warrior. So if I copy, I copy only the value. Okay, let's copy whatever. If I come back and put there, let me put the other one. We assume the password will go the same fate. So let's, if I do that, why is not breaking? Yeah, you can see we find that I don't know why is that separator or something. Any case, if you do one by one, you can see the domain. That's why we said this is part of that. You can see the end of it. Then we have the password. Now if we can be so we know exactly what's going on. So another one to think about it, remember when we talk, for example, so we find the answer, but if you want to go about more flippy about it, so we can go to email. If you look at email, where's that list cross reference to? You can see the email. Where is it? It's here. And then one thing about it go to call sub 1D60. Where's 1D60? Ten. No, I forgot about most of these things. I got confused last time. I think the email is I forgot where is it. Proc near. This one function that it's connecting to the internet somehow. Where's that function? I think we need to go back to the string part. No, not this one. List cross reference. Okay, this is the function that that do. Remember we saw this one at 12c is see the one for this password. Where is these things? Oh, this is the function that do the connection. Yeah. Look what's happening. The call WSA startup. If I'm mistaken, version. This is the the Microsoft to connect to the internet, and you can see where is that variable. There is this node name, and then now I'm getting I think this is the part where is connecting somewhere to the internet. This is where they use that Microsoft. If I'm mistaken, this is the variable that has the domain name, and the sorry, the port is another variable that you get it somewhere from another function. So oh, sorry guys, I'm getting confused now. Sorry. But this is the part, the function 12c0 is the function that call this part ptr. I think this the argument 8 that he get it somewhere. Where he get it from? If I'm mistaken, this one is this variable. Let's see where he get it from. I'm looking for oh yeah, this. If you follow the logic, it took me time to do it. You see this 8fh. If you go to we have this, so we can copy these things. We need them later on. If you look this 8f, this variable 8f, which is in hex, so we do 08f. It's a from hex, and then we push it to decimal. It's 143. This variable, it's called variable 228, it push later onto this is var 228. Then you get called to this function. Remember, if you go to this function, that's the variable later on connect to in port 14 is connected to 1443. We can play this in different way in this one. If we open that thing, where is it? Simple server. I'm also learning in this. I'm not really remember what you can let it run all of it because I'm interested in the string for now. Look, for example, we get the same strings. That's the string we're looking for. This, especially this one. So okay, this is because remember here's where the encoded and decoded happens. So I'm more interested. Because remember we said that function, not this 1644, this function here. So there is one the domain and this is the email. So we can say he's calling the function this. You can do breakpoint here, and then also he's calling the same function here when you do that string again. So if everything is perfect now, we can safely say start again, run it. Let's see what he's doing first. It's still not the step we're looking for. It's not also in the breaking point. Let's see what happened here. I'm looking for it to start. Waiting for incoming connection. We're looking for the mail function. Let's do the mail function for us. Email. We know it call when it do the email. We remember we found it is talking to one for this variable that we found here, the 143. Sorry. So now let's remember I'm still in that things. Let's call it, give him the email. Let's see what happened. It stopped because we stopping it in this thing. So where is it now? Is in our breakpoint. Let me do something quickly. Dun dun dun. Is that show memory the brief? Give me some information here, and then you can see. So let's do one step. Okay, watch here what will happen. We'll get a decode for guys. I'm trying. This is also I'm learning. Step next. Now we're trying to connect. You see that Windows stuff. Still not decrypting the file yet. You can see we still have that thing. Oh, it's jumping now. Yesterday I did it and it worked. It's still doing the calculation. Move data to there. I don't think I know what I missed. It's not working for me now. Still not in any decoding part of it. You can see still using that variable. I'm not sure I'm doing the same thing here. He's supposed to show me the domain, that's what I'm looking for. No, he's not showing me the domain. Where is the decoding? You can see the function is there. In any case, we got a solution, so but I don't know where is the move data to compare negotiation. Okay, if I run it now to the next breaking point, oh, this is the next breaking point, and just say show in dump the address. Still not decoded. Let's see now what happens if I go after the second point. No, not that one. Next. Now he's jumping. It's supposed here the file when you do a startup 4D. I don't know, yesterday it did work for me. I don't know what when you make live videos doesn't work. Oh, this is the part of the. What was the password again? I am. So what? What's this value? I think, guys, I'm sorry. I thought we can decrypt the encoding here live, so I didn't emphasize. Oh, that's the passwords, but yeah, I think I missed my window. Yesterday when I did it, I can see the domain name here. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, so should we restart it? Let me restart it quickly. If it didn't work for me, it doesn't work. So if I call the what we did the email. What's going on here? Let's restart the whole thing. Oh, we need to start. Let's go straight to the first one that we still not there. It's the part where he asks for the waiting for connection, and then we can go to power. And where is PowerShell? Then we can put the function there. Now we jump to. I'm more interested in the. We said we do breakpoint in the 12C0. Let's add another one here. So if I go run the next one, this is supposed to show me. If I go one. Oh, that's the domain. You can see I was looking for it, yeah. That's the domain. No, it was decrypted here. berrybear.ioc. So we can you can show follow and dump select address. No, not select address. The value of that variable follow and dump the value, and you can see the domain was decrypted. Now what we can do here, so give me a second, guys. My Windows sun is burning me now, so I can't see the screen. Close the window quickly. So now we have the domain. You can see the domain. So now we know it's calling this domain. So how to practice this thing? Sorry for all this messed up. So what we can do, where Windows put his stuff? Windows put stuff in Windows. I think system 32 or the. Where is that system 32? System 32. I think it's an etc or drive or something. BCD driver etc and host. So if I edit with no pads, if I come here to Attackbox, for example, and say nc minus LVNP 143, we know he's talking to 13, but also I need to tell him my IP 7741. So what happened here now? Open. So my IP is 10.10 70.41. Make sure it's 7041. Oh, 7741. and we know he's talking to this thing, this domain here. So I can just say berrybears.ioc, save. Okay, if I go next, let's just run the whole thing. I'm not sure if you need to do it manually or something. You know, it doesn't. 143. Run the whole thing. Maybe you need to start or not. Oh, it's coming now. You can see, and we get the email. So we come to the brink where it do the email things. Yeah, the password, I know what it do with it later on. I'm not sure what that password is for. So yeah, so we got that. So you can do that. Okay, guys, let's not. This is my birthday, so I'm still learning how to use these tools. So let me pause the video before we jump to the second machine. I hope I'm clear. Sorry for if any confusion. I will come back now. Hi everybody, I'm back. I'm starting the machine. The next step I tell you Act 2. Basically in the first one we've been able to get email address and password, and then basically we use that stuff to enter. You can assume we go into some kind of emails. So the first thing, as always, if I let me open this. Sorry. What's the IP? So as usual, we do the usual suspect when you are in enumeration. What's the rust scan? Oops. Rust mute rust scan, and let's ask that IP. View, zoom in, and what's your problem? Rust scan -A. Of course, when you start, usually you don't need to wait. You can always check port 80. Port 80 will tell you your file has been encrypted. Restore, and you have time, and you have the email. Basically, they try to simulate a real simulation. Now, okay, you can ignore all this, the backend. This IP is part of Windows, wherever. As I said, one thing's interesting for you is you can see there's an email, IMAP something. We got the email address and password. You can think about email. Your database RDP or something, you can try SMB and all of that. None of them work. Let's not waste too much time on them. You go the next best thing. When you do, you go up front, go basta directory -u http. You go to, well, that's http, and then you port minus world user share world list, and then the basta directory, go to medium, and then you can, couple of them you find. You can see these mail and RC. You can start with that ones for now. So we have one called mail. No, don't go there. And then we have one.rc. And then what else we have? We have what is dev environment? It's too many stuff, not really for us, but one interesting part is these two connection. What example is empty OX. That's forbidden, so this one that you can try is it's empty folder. RC, because the cap will work. This you can ignore, but for now, the first thing, you have two things, and then you can know we have this before. We got the mail and password, so we have the mail. That's your first guess, because you just come here and say we have the email, and you have two of them, and you ask yourself why we have two. And then we have the password, which is this one. Sorry, you can have that. Then you have that. Before we jump This is things that also I'm not sure it's a rabbit hole or just left it here. Because if you look here, it's they didn't remove the webmail, so it's there. But interesting one is this one. It gives you access to the key, and then we have also localhost database around cube RC and very safe 123 exclamation mark. When you try to connect, doesn't, so this database don't accept external connections. This is dead end too. So best thing for you is just go here, so just go run, log into the emails and see what you can find. Of course, when you say two, of course the hint in the email, someone gave me a hint for this, I got confused on it. They talk about this one. And then you have this one. They give us search for too many of them. And then the 12. And then 139. So virtual JSON sandbox evasion, and then sub technique, system check, user active based check, time based evasion. So I don't know why it's like almost like the distraction, this one. Indirect command execution may abuse utility that allow the command execution bypass security. Can be used to server control, possibly concede command. Per system you can have use profile to execute HTML file. Use to obfuscate binary execution and remote connection. Utility uses command in system. Process injection. We are not in process injection. We are not inside the machine to do process injection. And then we have masquerade. Space double file. I'm not sure why the room creator give us these things, to be honest. It looked to me is more like a dead end than anything else. If you read here, listen, we need the wallet key. The cache is speed up. We got send me. This is the inbox. You got the key, right? Send it over. So he's asking you to send the key. We have draft here. We don't see it here, but we can see it in this machine. The draft, it's this. I hope this email found you well. I'm waiting to request for agent assistant regarding installation of this. That's not really for me. The domain is not part of the discussion. And then if I go, this is same we saw it that side. The sent email we can see is, hi boss, chill, I got you. Key safe with me, but let's be smart about this. So send it through as usual. Drop. Of course you can run this. One thing after you're running a couple of times is, someone gave me it, is basically you're trying to hack the hacker. So you try to do phishing emails, so you can need to send them something. So if I go to boss, before I start with we're working with someone in Discord for this, and then let's say if I do test, because this one, this mail client, what do they call this thing now? This one, especially this one, not the webmail, has an XSS vulnerability. We tried the XSS, didn't work, because when you send the email to that boss, I think he read it in a text, not HTML, so it doesn't work. So if we wait a little bit now, let's wait for the inbox. He said, I did not find the key. So it means we need to send him something. So the idea is like we do the same as the hacker. The hacker send an attachment have something, and then if the guy execute, you find. That's what the trick part in this room. So if we assume that if you want to send something, we can just send an executable. So mfs venom, let's go to, because it's a Windows machine, we assume these guys use Windows. It's a 64 with assumption, and let's say shell reverse TCP, reverse TCP, and then my listening host is my machine, which is 10.10.77.41. My listening port is the famous one, and then of course it's a Windows. I need an XE, and then we can call it whatever. It seems doesn't need to call it key or else to prove it now, so let's assume that. So basically the idea is to send the guy an attachment like a normal what a hacker do, and then people by mistake click on it, and then if they click you get the reverse share to their machine. That's the idea. Because he asks you, I didn't get the key. Error, one of the options failed to the L port. Oh yeah, not like that. You need to say equal. The next one is this video is getting long. Okay, final says we have the shell. Let's do one nc minus lvmp 1234. Let's wait there, and then let's do the same thing. Let's say where's the right you can write from here or from right. Let's just keep this one. Compass. I can attach that shell that we just did now and do the bursts. I like this one because it remember the other one. You can call any case, you can call it key, test, whatever, C attached, because it's not like it's reading your text. You can just send whatever you want. I like this one because it's like making it like a real life. So we send the attachment. If things go well, we should get a reply, and also we can get the shell here. Let's wait for it. Maybe it's a cron job, like each half minute or each minute or something. So don't tell me it doesn't work, because I did test it yesterday and it does work. I finished the room, so I'm not sure. Sometimes we sent attachment. Okay, it's there, so we know we send the attachment. So I'm getting oh, okay. Did anything came back? Still not. Oh, we got it. So refresh, and it tell you let me have a look. So we got there. So you go directory, of course you go to see users directory. We have one users directory, cd administrator directory, OneDrive, most download, wherever. If we go, most of the time they put their desktop. Then you have your root. That's the flag. When you read it with the type root.txt. Guys, you need to do the ROM because I'm not showing, but also we need to have this file. For us is interesting because next room is about, you don't need it because you suppose, because they give it to you later on, this one. So basically you can do the machine 3 without doing the first ones. This is a smart contract, soul contract. This is interesting part. This is when we if a room is supposed to hide you, that one is supposed to hide, and you find this, and this with the key solution later on. Now we done now from this. That's the things. Let me pause again, and I'm gonna start the machine, the third machine again. Okay. Hi everybody. Continue now. Hello everybody. Why is it recording or not recording? I'm not sure if it's recording. It's recording. It's red now. Sorry. As I said, now if I go to the third machine, if I get the IP, we get blockchain, and it show you this. If I go there, Remember the code what we found before, that this one. Let's start with this function first. It compare what you send it to it and see if what you send it's it take this screen and it see if it work. Where is the full command with XOR 44. So XOR is symmetric, so basically if I go back there, if I put there and you put XOR, the key is 44, it's a decimal in this case. So you need to send this keyword. They are very safe, otherwise this function will not pass through. So this variable need to be sent. Then you can remember, you want to get your friend money back. This was the whole story of this room. You want to get the money of your friend back. So if you look here, the balance of the owner is 1000, and then is solved to be true, the balance of the owner becomes 0. So we need to take all this 1000 money out of the account. So our case, we need to send a request to take 1000 out, so it's 0, and you also need to pass this thing. We need to send this very safe as variable, and then is solved when the balance is solved, return owner, and all of that, and you have all of this. Now these two ways to solve this. You can use Python or you can use a quick function. I ask help from ChatGPT. He give you straight these two functions you can use. Let's start with Python. In Attackbox, this is 3.10, didn't work for me. You work in my machine, doesn't work in Attackbox because the way Web3 work. First of all, in Attackbox we need to start another version. If you want to use the Attackbox, so we put both scripts for you. For this to work, if I want to zoom in, I need to install first the Web3. That's important. Now let's copy this script there. The 3.9, this is for Python. 3.10 is not in the Attackbox, so at least didn't work for me. So so if I go vim contract.py, and of course I have this, so I need just to update my, first of all we have that, so the machine, we need to add this to the hosts, vim etc hosts. So I need to add the IP of the machine, which is, sorry guys, MC 109.169.169, and the name that we need to add. So a Python script can work. Now if I go to Python, so I need to play address. This is the address of ours. This is if you want to go more fancy with Python. If you can, this is a command that you can use. Player address, player wallet. No, just copy straight. That copy button sometimes make me problems. And then I need to delete the, I think it's different keys every time when you start the machine. Then I can get the private key. No, the private key. And then the contract address that I want to steal from. I should delete the wrong one. What the hell? Am I copying wrong stuff now? This is the private key, then the contract address. Now this one will work in 3.9, so if I do everything work, so you can see is that's how Python do. We solve that problem of that string you send 1,000. That's a normal how to send a gas or something. That's how the things work. So if I go Python 3.9 contract and send it, then challenge solve true. Of course, if you get the flag, you get the flag. And so let's reset the challenge quickly. We resetting the challenge. Then I ask ChatGPT, is there a command in Linux you can do quickly this thing? He said this one you can do it. So we can get, let me get the private key. This because Foundry for smart contract, he has this function that called cast. And then I think we need the contract address. That's what's good with AI these days. So now he sent this very safe, and then the 1,000. Let's test it. Let's test we're not cheating. We don't have complete the challenge yet. So we know Python work. Let's see if this thing work. Root state success, so it's fine. Let's see if we finish. We finish the flag and everything is cool. So yeah, this one is a room in TryHackMe. I remember it very well. I think the one with released for 1 week, the burger and all of that. This room that do the same thing. So if someone did that room, this room, you solve it quickly. And now with you have ChatGPT, Claude AI, you can just ask for the command how to do it. So he will tell you exactly how to send the things. This is the Python that 3.9. Then we have the version for 3.10, because for 3.10 you can see that this is connected. In 3.9 you do this, so that's why some might not work. Yeah, so that's the room. I think that's nice, nice room. Yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you like it, and thank you. Have a good day.